Didi, do you have anything you'd like to say? I second that. All right, everybody, welcome to Higa's Playbook, the show that talks about sports, dating, and all things life as a Seattle girl living in the Bay. I'm feeling a little bit tired today. I do not know why. I'm not even on my period anymore, so I don't even know why I'm feeling so exhausted. But I think it's because we're coming to the end of March. March was a very busy month. There's so much happening in sports. There's so much happening in just pop culture in general, but let's start with our good old Seahawks. Overall thoughts. Lots of adjustments going on for the fans, lots of adjustments obviously going on with the team as far as like players and coaching staff. We pretty much have a whole new coaching staff. There's only one person that is from the original staff with Pete Carroll. I think the adjustments that are going to be going on are going to be lots of comparisons to the Pete Carroll culture of the team. Yeah, and that is kind of the question of like, what kind of culture is Mike Macdonald going to bring and build to the city of Seattle? I think we're so used to the Pete Carroll culture, which we love. And I mean, Pete was a player's coach. He just had so much love. He just had so much compassion and so much energy. It'll be interesting to see what Mike Macdonald does. The DraftKings projected the Seahawks to win less games in 2024 than the previous season. I don't know. I don't know if they're just basing that off of because we are rebuilding. This is definitely going to be rebuilding years, not just a rebuilding year. This will be rebuilding years with an S at the end. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. The team needs to adjust. The players, especially all these new players coming in, they need to learn to play together. You know, our defense has made a ton of changes this past month as well. A lot of players have left. We're getting a lot of players coming in. I think one of his big things that I've seen in the headlines lately is that, you know, we're looking to improve our run defense because we're probably one of the worst run defenses in the last couple of years and in the entire NFL teams, which is really bad. I don't know. Personal thoughts. I was talking about this with my dad a couple weeks ago when I was leaving Anaheim, and we were talking about football. We're talking about KJ coming to the Niners, and we're just talking about the Seahawks in general. And I don't know. I think I have been feeling a little disconnect from the Seahawks. I think just because there is so much change happening, and, you know, change is hard, but change isn't always a bad thing. Change is, you know, sometimes is needed. But I think it'll be interesting. My dad said that I think he feels the same way too. Obviously, we're just so used to Pete Carroll being the coach, and I don't know, when a new guy comes in, it's a little different. And so it'll be interesting to see what the culture becomes and how the Seahawks even draft and work together. But those are my thoughts right now. I don't really have a lot. I'm still kind of trying to accumulate my thoughts for the Seahawks. Yeah. So sorry, my energy's a little bit low today. I got a decaf coffee and I don't know why. I don't normally drink coffee. I already had a matcha this morning, but as you can see, Didi's feeling the same way. Our energy levels are the same. Okay. Let's move on to other topics. I don't know why that just kind of sounded a little depressing. We'll get it. We'll get that energy up a little bit later with football season. March Madness is happening. The women's and the men's brackets have been kind of crazy. There's been a lot of upsets already. Kentucky got out super early in the men's bracket. Ivy League school Yale made it to the second round. They had a little upset as well. They beat Auburn in the first round, and then they unfortunately lost in the second round to San Diego State. But women's bracket, always exciting. I saw this TikTok, and this guy was like, name a college basketball player in the comments. And all the comments were women's players like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, like all the female players, like Juju from USC. Like, I think the only one that I can name from the men's is the Duke player Jared McCain. He's the one who paints his nails and sings and dances, and I just like love his energy. I think he's awesome, and he's a great basketball player as well. But anyways, March Madness is happening. I'm excited to see the games go on this weekend. So it'll be exciting to see how this rest of the tournament turns out. There's just so many games going on. It's hard for me to keep up right now. Life is just super busy right now, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well. In the news and the headlines, I know y'all been seeing a lot of this Diddy Diddy news. Did he do it? 50 Cent. If you don't follow 50 Cent on Instagram, please follow 50 Cent on Instagram because he is hilarious. He wants to make a movie and call it Did He Do It? He already has like a cover. Have you seen it, Jonathan? You need to follow 50 Cent. There's just so much happening and all these interviews are coming out, but I don't know. Last year on TikTok, I was getting these interviews with this woman. I don't know her name, but she was like having this conspiracy or just kind of talking through a lot of the deaths that were happening within that record label, and everything that they had in common was that they were all coming out with tell-all books. And so I think at some point something was going to happen, and then Cassie had her lawsuit against Diddy and his company, and then a lot of things are just kind of starting to unravel. Diddy was definitely trying to flee the country. Definitely, he got caught. His house was raided, but who got arrested? His sons or his family, but not Diddy, because he probably knew. I don't know. I just think a lot of things are coming out with the entertainment industry, which has been coming out with the last like how many years with other people, but even like Nickelodeon has that new show called Quiet on the Set. I personally don't really want to watch it because I feel like it'll be a little disturbing. And even like Brandy Melville, the clothing company, is coming out with, they came out with a HBO show, I think, about the company and how it's like messed up, probably similar to Abercrombie. But if you don't know what Brandy Melville is, it's a very like teeny bopper store. But the thing about their store and their clothing is that everything is one size fits all, but their shirts are like this big. So I was never a fan of Brandy Melville, but I know like we have some nieces, or my sister has a niece that is super into that clothing brand. But yeah, anyways, whatever about. Dang, it's just so disappointing because you're like, the people are already like self-conscious about their bodies and fitting into this world, especially nowadays with social media and everything. So why do you got to do that? Why? Okay, but I don't want to touch too much on that stuff because that's crazy. The Diddy, the Nickelodeon, Brandy Melville. JLo came out with a movie. I tried to watch it. I watched the making of, which I love behind the scenes. I love processes of things, but the actual movie itself, the music and the dancing just didn't match for me. I just couldn't get into it. I love JLo as a performer, but I know you're heartbroken from your relationships, but it was just a lot for me. And then all these interviews started coming out about her lying about making songs, and yeah, sometimes it's just better not to know a lot about certain people that you like. Just kind of ruins it, So it's okay. TikTok did spoil a lot of things for me lately. I didn't watch The Bachelor, the finale, and then I saw 2 spoilers, so I already know what happened. But Jonathan and I literally just watched the rose ceremonies or the proposals, and then who got asked to be the next bachelorette, who got announced to be the next bachelorette. And not surprised, but I was a little shocked about the actual Daisy. So Joey was the bachelor, Daisy and Kelsey were the final 2. Daisy, first of all, they were going into the ceremony together in the same car, which never happens. They were hand in hand. So I think they had a previous conversation so that they could do that. Because Daisy went to Joey, he did his thing, she did her thing, and then she was like, well, I think, like, I know you're not going to choose me in XYZ. So she knew in the back of her mind, or she just knew, which I kind of respect, and I think it's awesome that she did that. Definitely made Joey's job a little bit easier, and he didn't have to do that. And then he proposed to Kelsey. And so I was happy with that decision. It was super cute. These shows in general are they're very entertaining to watch. I will say that. But the new bachelorette is Jen, and she is an Asian American. I believe she's Vietnamese. And so, they announced her as a new bachelorette, XYZ, and Jesse, the host, wants to, I get this is like a huge thing, but they say, how does it feel to be the first Asian American bachelorette in franchise history? And you're like, how many seasons has this show had? How many seasons? And I get that's like cool to highlight, But bro, it's 2024. Like, it's not like you've never seen an Asian person before. You know what I mean? I think the producers of these kinds of shows need to do a better job. I'll be honest with you. I got interviewed to be on The Bachelor last year. And one of the questions that they asked me, first of all, me and the girl that I interviewed with, we got along really well. So I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, we got along really well. But one of the questions she asked me was, what would make you stand out amongst the other girls on the show? And I straight up said, 1, I'm Asian and you never have any Asian people on the show. And 2, I have hella tattoos and you never have anybody on the show that has tattoos, or at least like a sleeve. Like nobody, like everybody on the show looks very pure, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's just interesting, right? Like I understand that they probably want a certain look, or if tattoos are trademark. I don't know what it is, but I think that these kinds of shows need to do a better job at like being able to represent people fully. If that makes any sense. I don't know. It's just when Jessie said that to her, I just kind of rolled my eyes because I don't know. I don't know. I just have my thoughts about Jessie as a host in general, but yeah, congratulations, Jen. Hopefully she represents us well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I just have a lot of thoughts about like diversity and inclusion and in jobs too. I think there just needs to be a lot more education happening in certain companies, not Tempo, but other companies that I've worked with. I'm not going to say the name, but yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting when you see companies try to be super, I don't want to say woke, but just super into like what's happening right now and just trying to look diverse, but they're still not. I don't know. There just needs to be more work done in this world. But anyways, Bachelor, the new Bachelor is Asian. Definitely going to watch it. I mean, hopefully they bring more Asian guys on the show. Like, it'll be nice to see that. But yeah, let's just do a better job. But congratulations, Joey and Kelsey. You looked super happy, and that ring was really pretty. It's always funny when you watch shows. Like, me and Jonathan were just watching it, and obviously he's like been a producer for things, and we kind of know what goes into like getting shots and all that stuff. And when she was walking so slow down that damn sandy path, I know. And we were like, the producers are probably like, okay, walk slow. And then when he opens the ring, they're like, hold it open so the camera can pan to the sponsor. And then when he's holding the ring before, he's like twinkling it in the sun. I mean, I love it. I love it. I know nobody else probably thinks like this when they watch these kinds of shows, but production and producers have a lot to say in what is happening. So it's always interesting too to really know what the truth is and if what is happening is really what is happening, or if the producers wanted a storyline or something like that. But I hope their love is real. Congratulations. It's been a busy, oh gosh, my foot is falling asleep. It's been a really busy past couple of weeks. I went to Anaheim with Bachans, and we went to the Expo West, which is like this huge food and beverage convention, like huge. There were so many vendors there. It was incredible. I've tried so many things. I literally tried a salmon hot dog. Impossible, I guess, is coming out with a hot dog too, and it tasted just like a hot dog. I loved it. I tried dairy-free cottage cheese. I've tried Bachan sauce on ice cream. It was great. I honestly feel like Bachans can go with any kind of food and it'll taste good, whether it's ice cream, whether it was like a pancake. I don't know. It was so good. And then we went to Disneyland, and Disneyland is so fun. Obviously, I'm not a huge like Disney person. I love Disney. It's very nostalgic to me. But I definitely go to Disneyland at least like once every few years, and definitely go with your best friend or go with like your family or your friends, because it's so fun. Hit up all the rides, eat up all the food, go to California Adventure to get a drink, take some Dramamine. Rides are different when you're older. I don't know. You need to take Dramamine before all that. Make sure you have water. I don't know. Disneyland is just so much fun. And I am a little upset because I saw some people with like hamburger ears and even a bag. And I asked them where they got that from. And it was from Japan. And I actually know a girl who's in Japan and she went to the Disneyland and I told her and she found some and I'm so happy for her. A little jealous, but I'm so happy for her. Anyways, it's expensive. So make sure you save up some money before you go. Even just to get into this theme park now is insane. Absolutely insane. Wear good walking shoes, hydrate, elevate your feet at the end of the night. All right. Lots of fun things coming up in April. The NFL draft is coming up. Baseball season is starting. I'm super excited for baseball season. Lots of drama with that too. Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter stealing millions of dollars from him. But honestly, millions of dollars to him is like $6 because he's making hella money. But okay, maybe like $600. But still, kind of shitty. Don't be stealing from people. Right? It's kind of weird. Don't do that. I'm going on a trip. I need some sunshine. I don't know if y'all can see like how pale my legs are. I need some sunshine. Going to Tulum in April for my friend Jared and Roberto's wedding. I can't wait for that. Oh, just so much. And how is it April already? Okay. I think that's all I want to talk about today. I'm a little tired. So get your sleep, take your vitamins. Don't forget to hydrate, y'all, and exercise. But yeah. I'm a little delulu right now. All right, everybody, that's all I have for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Honestly, too, let me know what you like and want me to talk about. I want to hear from my female listeners. Like, what do you want me to talk about sports-wise? What do you like to hear? What do you want to learn about? What do you want to talk about? I don't know. Please let me know and help me out. Because I've been a little lost without football season, to be honest. Maybe that's why I feel like this. I'm feeling a little lost without football season. I need to find my own identity. I'm just kidding. All right. My name is Alex. Talk to you later. Bye.